and welcome back. Today is Tuesday. We skipped Monday. Monday was Sister Day, so Shell came over yesterday. We spent the day chatting. I got a little bit of work done, so I paid my Etsy tax. I put my 3 items up for listing, and I got some designing done over on Canva, but I didn't spend any time in the studio yesterday, so there wasn't much to show you guys. So it is Tuesday morning. I'm in my office, studio. Office is the place where I do my editing. This is studio, so I'm in studio. I have some really exciting news, something that I never ever thought would happen on day 3 of business. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Technically today is day 4, but this was day 3. I have an order to pack. I have an order come through, and this is just like beyond exciting. So there I was last night, went to bed, lying in bed, just about to put the phone down because I have 5 minutes of smurfing through Instagram before I turn the light off, and just about to put the phone down, and there it is, little Etsy thing, and I have a look and it's there. There's an order. It just, wow. I was expecting a good 6 to 8 weeks before I had any kind of an order, and 3 days in and I have my first order. So a big thank you and shout out to Chloe, who has not only been my first customer, but has supported me on both Instagram and on YouTube. She's my first YouTube subscriber as well. She's not somebody I know in my personal life, so she's just somebody who's supporting me in my business, and a huge shout out to her. So thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. She's my first customer, so I get to pack an order today, which is huge. I never expected that, so thank you so much. So you guys get to pack my first order with me today, and as you can probably tell, I am so elated by that. So that's today's plan. There's not much other than that on today's schedule because mama duties have kicked in and I've got to take the children out to see their besties this afternoon, so we are at the park. So today's schedule is packing my first order. Okay, so I'd say I'm gonna stop clapping and jumping about with joy, but I'm not. I am autistic, I'm happy flapping, and I'm enjoying myself, and I am gonna take this moment of joy because you only get one first order. So I am gonna keep this moment of happy. So let us get on and pack my first order. take 6 weeks, and it took 3 days, and I got my first order, and I'm so excited, and I'm just standing here hugging it. So it's coming pre-hug to you. I got my first order. Good morning. It is Wednesday. Okay, after yesterday's excitement of our first order, you will never guess what happened. So I'm lying in bed last night and I'm scrolling through I'm scrolling through Instagram, as I do of my 5 minutes before bed. And I put down my phone. The phone's been down for about 5 minutes and I hear a buzz. Pick it back up again, have a quick flick just to make sure it's not an emergency, because I went to bed early last night, so my do not disturb hadn't kicked in. So make sure it's not an emergency. It wasn't an emergency, but it was another order. I got my second order last night, so that's 2 orders in 4 days. It's amazing. So we have a second order to pack today, which is just unreal. I couldn't ever have imagined that this would have been the case. So thank you so much for your support. I am blown away, absolutely blown away. Thank you so much. Just wow. I've lost my words, and I don't ever lose my words. So we have another order to pack today. I have sold one of my Spoony charms, as you'll have seen yesterday. Sorry, I don't think I actually told you. I was in such a woo of selling. I sold one of my coffee bags yesterday, and today I've sold one of my Spoony charms. I've sold one of the anxiety gems. So we get to pack one of those days, so something different. I'm still trying to learn how Etsy works, and I'm kind of faffing across different platforms. I still haven't worked how to get my Mumbine printer to print out my labels. I can't get it linked to my laptop, which is I want to say I run off Linux. It's a happy thing, definitely not Windows. And I can't get it to print off that, but I also can't get it to print off my phone. So I'm trying to research to find out how I get my printer that I bought specifically to print off labels. So at the moment, my Epson's printing, but the whole reason that I bought the Mumbine printer was so I didn't have to cut out and stick down labels with sellotape, because that hurts my hands. And having a sticky label printer that does it all for me was the whole point. So I haven't worked out how to print Etsy labels off via the Mumbine printer, either via my phone or my laptop. I don't care which, but I don't know how to do that yet. So I'm trying to figure that out. So we'll see if we figure that today. I have more time today, because although I've got to go out first thing, so I'm speaking with you first, then I've got to go run out, because it turns out that, not important to the vlog, but mama life, my son has gone from a size 12 shoe to a size 2 shoe. So his shoes don't fit. So I need to go and get him shoes. So I've got to run out first, then we're going to come back and pack the order. You won't see the shoe bit. I'm not going to bore you with the shoe bit. So I've got more time this afternoon to figure it out. I'm not saying I'm going to, but before I post that order. So I'm going to try and figure that out. I'm probably not going to get more work done this afternoon other than a quick tidy around the studio. I think the push of trying to get this shop open last week has hammered me. So I'm in a bit of a flare this week. My pain is very high. I'm exhausted. I was in bed by 9:15 last night. I went to bed before my 15-year-old. So she's feeling very proud about that. But it's just hammered me a little bit. So I'm going to do the essentials in the office this week. I'm going to try and do more towards the end of the week. So I've got some stickers I would like to do, and I've got some wall prints I would like to do. So I'm going to try and get those done towards the end of the week. So hopefully you'll see more than just turns out packing orders. So we'll try and get a bit more of a varied vlog, but I'm not going to do as much as I'd planned this week because I am so tired and my pain is relatively high. So there won't be as much done this week. There's me playing with the printer drawer was out and it was just driving me crazy. So not as much as I was planning on doing this week, but I'm still going to try and do some. So I've got another order to pack, so that's on the plan for this afternoon. Little bit of a tidy up. Then after that, I'm going to play Mario Party with my children because they didn't see a lot of me last week because obviously I was prepping for store opening and I would like to just give them an hour or two. So I'm going to go play Mario Party with them on the Switch. And then I'll spend some time in the studio tomorrow morning, and then I've got to take them out for another social event tomorrow afternoon. So we're going down to the beach to play. And then Friday is planned for a day at least in the studio for a little bit before I have to edit another vlog for Saturday's Living It True. I'll just give you a rundown of the week. Right, so I'll leave you here for now, run out and get Riley's shoes, and then we're going to come back, we're going to pack our order, and then we're going to have a little tidy up, and then I probably won't get much more done this afternoon, but I will see you in here on Thursday morning. So let me run out, get these shoes, and then we'll come back and we'll pack my second order. Oh my goodness, it's so exciting. Eek. Good morning and welcome to Thursday. I think it's Thursday. Pretty certain it's Thursday. As predicted, I didn't get much done yesterday beyond packing the second order and doing a bit of a tidy up. I was just too tired. Honestly, it has, as predicted, doing the push for open store has just taken it out of me a little bit. I'm in the office this morning, I'm in the studio this morning. I am printing off a couple of stickers. I'm trying to get them laminated. I'm out this afternoon. The children have got, we are meeting with friends. We're doing a socially thing down by a local beach. We're going for a play and socialising, so we are meeting up with people. I'm going to try and get some stickers done that have been sitting and piling up on top of my printer for a little while and are sitting on my Canva. So I'm going to try and get those printed, laminated and cut out. And I've got a box of worry worms that need bagging and tagging, so I'm going to try and get those done as well before I go out this afternoon. So that is this morning's plan. And then I think most of tomorrow is going to be spent in the office trying to get some editing done, both the Living It True video for Alaska and studio vlog. So I'm not sure you'll see much of me tomorrow. I am trying to have a look around the studio. I think I'm going to have a reorganisation. Having my printer up on my work desk isn't ideal. So I think what was going to be my planning desk, which is over there, which is purposely out of shot because it is covered in hubby's project at the moment. It's his project desk, which was never the plan. That's meant to be my packing desk, which clearly is not at the moment. But I don't think it's going to work as a packing desk either. So I think that's going to become printer and when I eventually get it, my Cricut desk. So, hey Fidji, we're going to have a little tidy and I think rearrange the studio next week potentially. But that's next week's problem, not today's problem. I don't have, get out of my bag. Wait, get out of my bag. Sorry, fidget problem again. That's definitely not a problem for this week. I don't have the spoons for that this week. So today's problem, if we go back, is stickers and worms, I think. So that's what we're going to tackle today. So today's sticker choices are completely inappropriate, so I kind of apologise but don't apologise. So we have, not sure these will focus, let's give it a go. In it for the money, because everybody always says we are, so why not? These are going to be all sparkly and holographic, so these are going to be really cool. Then small steps are still progress. Very apt for my store. You won't be everyone's cup of tea, and that's okay. It's also very appropriate for my life because I'm really not everybody's cup of tea. People think they like me to start with and then really realise that they don't. Or the other way around, actually. So really think that they hate me to start with, and then I grow on them and they realise that they like me. But I am very much Marmite, so you either like me or you really, really don't. There is no middle ground. And I'm okay with that, and that's okay if you don't like me. I'm okay with that. Just the way it is. Come on, spit it out. Come on. You got this. Come on. Just waiting for my printer to spit out the not last one. But come on. Thank you. Then we've got very, very 90s, but I'm an 80s baby. I grew up in the 90s, so I am 90s. Just get through today. There will always be a tomorrow, but if you get through today, you get to go to bed. I'd say you get to sleep, but as chronic illness sufferers, 9 times out of 10 don't get to sleep. So, but we do get to go to bed. So, and this one is going to take a minute, so I'll wait for it to spit it out and then I'll show you. Right, and the last one straight off the printer. For all us anxious, autistic ADHDers out there, hold on, just let me overthink this. As per usual, all our stickers, text type product, are done in all the colours of chronic illnesses. So we have, they're all switched around, and I do all of them differently, but this one is purple for fibro, orange for, I'm going to say MS, but I could be wrong. I'll double check that one. Green for mental health. Blue, this one's a light blue. I was kind of going for a teal, but I didn't have a teal, so I've gone for light blue for anxiety, and yellow for neurodiversity. This one, again, same sort of colours actually, so the colours will always represent chronic illnesses when I do them in text. That way they are in keeping with our theme of chronic illnesses. Okay, I'm going to get on. I'm going to cut these. I do not have a Cricut. I have not invested in one at the moment. No money in, no money out. That will be a purchase that I'm looking at for the Black Friday sales. I've been told that that's the best time of year to get one, and I still haven't made up my mind yet whether I'm going for Cricut or Silhouette. So if you guys have any preferences, small businesses or just hobbyists out there, please do let me know. I would love to know what is best on the market. I want something that's tech friendly because I'm not. And I would like something that works really well and doesn't constantly throw hissy fits. Because it will probably make me cry. And I'm not generally a crier, but if anything is going to make me cry, it is technology. So if you guys could point me in the right direction, I would really appreciate it. So these are going to get cut either, I say by hand, I'm either going to use my guillotine or scissors. So I'm going to laminate the ones that need laminating. I'm going to cut them all. And I'm not going to photograph them today because I don't have time, because I'm taking the kiddies to meet friends. So let's stop gibbering and get on with these, and hopefully I still have time to do worms after, and then I'll actually discuss worms with you and tell you what I'm talking about, because they're not parasitic, I promise. As you guys will probably note, I have 3 at least different sizes of sticker on my paper. That is because I do not like wasted space. I do not like waste at all. Therefore, I fill in all available space that I can. And I'm intending on selling these in different ways. So I'm probably going to down the line sell mystery bags. So I'm going to do different sizes of mystery bags. I'm going to do a, are not cutting well. I'm going to do a mystery bag of this kind of 1-inch size of sticker. And then I'm going to do a mystery bag of what I'm referring to as sticker confetti, where it's these really teeny tiny small stickers that are coming up I think maybe an inch. I think there's like 1.5 inches to 2 inches, and I think those are about 1 inch of a sticker. And I'm just going to kind of do, I haven't decided whether it's kind of going to be a scoop yet or a certain amount. But as I said, I don't like waste, it seems silly. So I'm just going to do a couple of stickers, a scoop of stickers, 10 or 20 stickers in a pack for a certain amount. I don't know yet whether that will be either sold on the site, on the website, on Etsy, or whether those will be sold just on markets when I do places like Stationery Fest. I haven't quite made up my mind yet. But that's a kind of down the line product. But it's to save waste. I don't like it. Don't do waste as much as I can. So, right, that is some stickers done. I've got several of them cut down. The lamination did not work again. I don't know what my problem is with this stuff. I just can't get it done, so I'm going to get hubby to do it for now, and then when I've got some new sheets come through the post, I'm going to give it another go when I've got time, space and spare sheets. I don't know, I just can't get it done. I've run out of time. I've still got my cup of teas that I need to trim, and I've got my worms that I still need to bag and tag, but I need to feed the children and we need to go and meet friends. So I am out of time. So I will be back in here tomorrow morning, Friday morning, to try and get the worms sorted before I go into the office and start editing this vlog. So that is it for today. So I will catch up with you guys tomorrow morning. Please excuse the lighting in here. We are back from playing out with the children and their friends. I had a wonderful time. Irrelevant to you guys, but we did. I'm rerunning the printer. I was an idiot earlier. Because I ran matte paper to start with, some bright spark, did not change the printer settings. So I ran it through on non-glossy paper. And therefore, I continued to run it through on non-glossy paper. I'm going to have to ask you to hold that thought because this is a mama moment and my son is about to streak through in a towel. So please hold that thought. Streak through in a towel, boo, you're good. You're good. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Whoosh! Swoosh. Go tell the other one to run through. Okay. Back to being appropriate. Right, so this is the ones I did. Look great, right? That is what they should look like. That's a great. So I've done them properly now. I know, big difference. So I've actually run them through on the glossy paper. So I'm now running through all the other ones that should be done on the glossy paper. So that's another 5 lots of, you're good, come through, off you go. Told you, main hub. So I'm running them all through on the glossy paper now, like I should have done the first time round. So a whole load going into the mystery bag pile. Yay for you guys. If you like a good B grade mystery bag. So we are running them all through again. Ugh. And cutting them all out again by hand because that's my favourite job. So it is what it is. Ugh. So I'm really glad that the earliest work was completely wasted. It will teach me to check my settings, I'm sure. Let's not do these things in a rush, hey? So we're running through the stickers again, which means I will not get to my worryworm infestation today. So we will try and do, sorry, I just kicked the camera. I will try and do worryworm infestation tomorrow before I try and do this vlog. So what I was going to say to you is I apologise for this lighting. It is terrible. We walked through the door, and upon walking through the door, it started chucking it down in typical British summer fashion. So the weather is horrendous outside, which is why it's so dark and dingy in here. And in all honesty, I didn't have time to set up the other studio ring lights. So we just have overhead light, which is rubbish in here because it's a very old property. So sorry, but my laziness means bad lighting. Right, I'm going to go on with these stickers, so I've at least tried to achieve something today. And then I need to sort out the children. So, right, I'm going to wrap it up for today, and I will see you guys in the morning for, hopefully, worm infestations. Good morning, and welcome to Friday. Printer's about to go. Today, I am going to try and bag and tag the worry worms up. Before going through it and getting some editing done. We're not going to get up to much today. I'm not feeling much. It has been a bit of a rough week, actually. I think I used all of my spoons that did not print. Excuse me a moment, I'm having an issue with my printer. Sorry, mild printer problem. It's what happens when the kids want to help and they don't know what they're doing. So I've now got to clean the printer. Okay, anyway. So I can't remember what I was saying to you. I think what I was saying is basically I've worn myself out. The whole premise of the business is based around the spoon theory, and the spoon theory is last week on opening the business. I used up all my available spoons, not only for last week, but I borrowed from this week as well, and all my spoons are done. So I have started this week on negative spoon count. So I have had very little energy this week to do much. I am hoping if I take this weekend to recuperate a little bit, I should be good to go next week. So I'm sorry that this week has been a short studio vlog. I'm sorry you haven't got to see much. I have tried to shuffle along and pretend to do things like cutting out stickers, but yesterday's stickers are still sitting here, half cut out on the side. I took them through to the sofa yesterday to cut out, and I looked at them and I just wanted to cry. And I thought that that was probably the point where I should stop. So I did stop. I left them to one side. I put on a studio vlog and I just stared at the TV while huddled under a blankie. And I thought that was the best thing to do. So that's what I did. I'm just tired. It's fatigue. I am out of spoons. As the title of the business states, I'm all out of spoons. That's the reality. So I should be better, or at least on the mend by next week. So I'm just going to take things gently. So today is I'm going to tag and bag my little worry worms. And whilst I'm doing that, I will explain to you the premise behind the worry worms. That will be today's task, and then I'm going to go through to the office and start editing this vlog. So yeah, let's get on with that, because my brain is not functioning and I'm just kind of staring at you in this very vacant kind of way. Right, worry worms. Why do I have them? Why are you getting them as a free gift in your box when you purchase from me? Back when my children were in school, my youngest, well, both of them really struggled, hence why I now home educate. But my youngest was having a particularly hard time. They are autistic, ADHD, and have PDA, pathological demand avoidance. He was having a really hard time, was very insular, was non-verbal in school. And we were trying to do something to bring him out of his shell a little bit, or at least allow him to cope during the day in school. And I was on small acts of kindness, random acts of kindness on YouTube, not YouTube, on Facebook. And somebody was crocheting worry worms. And the concept of them is they go into your pocket and you can twirl them and you can fiddle with them and you can doing them and you can do anything you need to in your pocket without causing a hassle. And you know that they're there and they were made, especially in this case, by somebody who loves you, and they calm you down. They help regulate your nervous system. And so I made one for Riley and it went into his pocket and he twiddled with it and he fiddled with it. And he came home from school and he's like, yeah, this really helps. Thank you, Mama. It's like, but he's a very empathic little boy. So if anybody tells you that autistics can't be empathic, they're lying to you. So he's like, but Mama, I'm not the only anxious person in this world. There are other anxious people. And I think that everybody should be able to have a worry worm if they need it. He's like, so I think you should crochet these for other people that need them and you should hide them. So if other people need them, they will find them. The worry worms will find the people that need them. So he got me to crochet a whole load, which was fine because I use them for pain relief. I use crochet as a pain relief method. So he got me to crochet a whole load and we used to bag them up like this and hide them around our local area, or if we went to Legoland for the day, so that the anxious people of the world, the worry worms, would find them and they could take them home. So that's how worry worms started. And we decided that they would kind of make the perfect free gift in the bags for All Out of Spoons. So you will get a free worry worm in your parcel whenever you make a gift with us. So you can thank Riley. Good morning. It is Sunday morning. I thought I would just jump on and close down this week's vlog. I don't think you saw me yesterday. Yesterday was Saturday. I spent the entire day crashed out on the sofa. I was out of spoons, as my shop title kind of describes. I was all out of spoons. I'm not much better today. I think the push on opening the store last week did me in. And as you guys know, if you've watched last week's vlog, I have a lot of chronic illnesses and it just kind of ran me into the ground really, and that was it. I'm hoping that if I give my body the time to recover, I'll be better. I say better, I'll be more recovered. So yeah, excuse my friend. You know what Riley's like if you watched last week's vlog. I have friends, bless you. I have friends being given to me when I'm feeling low. So today is Snorlax, or Snortle as he's called in our house, bless you. Sorry, I'll be sneezing in the background. So I have Snortle to squeeze. Anyway, I'm coming on to close down this week's vlog. I appreciate you guys haven't seen much, and it's because I haven't done much. I say that we have had an epic week. I mean, it's been our first week of opening here, and I've had two, you're welcome, come on through. It's been our first week of opening and I've had 2 sales. I've had 2 orders this week, which is huge. I never expected that. I thought we would be like, what, 6 to 8 weeks, I predicted would be 6 to 8 weeks open before we had our first orders. So I'm absolutely going to take that. It's been amazing. So you got to see me pack orders and post orders this week. We've made some new stickers. Excuse me. They didn't really go to plan. I mean, they have gone to plan. I have them. They had been designed, they had been printed, and they are still sitting on top of my printer waiting to be cut down. Baby boy, you just close the kitchen door if you're done coming through. Children. No, you're not. Okay, never mind. Children are just giving the kitchen a quick clean up for me. So they're still sitting up there waiting to be cut down, but that's fine. They're done, they're produced, they're printed.
In enough mind we are.
So we're a busy household, told you, we're chaotic, we're never going to be calm. So we have new stickers that hopefully we'll be making it into the shop in the next couple of weeks. We're still updating our Etsy shop every day. A new 3 items are going up, and we have enough for the next, I think, 3 days. So I think Wednesday or so after this vlog goes up, we'll still be putting up new items, and hopefully these will be done by then. So we'll have a few more days. I'm going to stop gibbering. I'm going to sign off for this week's vlog and then start next week's. Yeah, I just want to say thank you guys. If you're still following along, if you're still watching, I know we're very new here. So if you've happened to catch us or you're watching or anything like that, just thank you for the support. We really, really appreciate it. So if you've watched us, we'd appreciate a subscribe. If you've managed this far along, or if you have watched us, can you drop us a comment, please? It would be lovely to know that, you know, we do have people watching us and I'm not just talking to a blank camera. We would appreciate any kind of support you could give us, especially in these early days when you do just believe you're talking to yourself like a crazy. Other than that, we will catch you guys in next week's vlog. So thank you very much for following us along, and we will see you guys next week. Bye guys.